He walked into court as a teen and walked out shocking everyone. Judge Walter Grayson thought he was about to deal with just another teenager in trouble. Another kid who'd plead guilty, nod politely, and get the routine sentence. He had no idea this day would be different. Jalen Dawson, 19, stood at the defendant's table, accused of grand theft auto and resisting arrest. Serious charges, yes, but from the moment Grayson looked at him, he saw just another kid. Leaning back, smirking, fingers tapping lazily on the desk, the judge asked, "You think you're some kind of legal expert?" The courtroom chuckled. Everyone thought this would be easy. Jalen didn't laugh. He didn't flinch. He had spent years preparing for moments like this. While other teens memorized sports stats or played video games, he memorized case law, courtroom procedures, and trial strategies. His mother had been a paralegal for over 20 years, and he grew up listening to stories about prosecutors cutting corners and judges favoring one side. By 14, he could analyze a trial better than most law students, but none of that mattered. To Judge Grayson, to him, Yalen was just a kid in trouble. "Let's make this quick," the judge said, flipping open the case file. "I have a golf game at 2. The courtroom laughed, but Yalen had already noticed the first mistake. The prosecutor, Mitchell Carrington, confidently laid out the case. A stolen Audi, fingerprints on the steering wheel, a chase, and Yalen caught nearby. It sounded airtight, but Yalen saw the cracks. He waited, silent and focused. Then he spoke. Calm, confident. "Your Honor, I'll be representing myself." The courtroom froze. Grayson raised an eyebrow, amused. Carrington's smirk faltered. Everyone realized this wasn't going to be routine. Step by step, Yalen dismantled the case. Officer Ruiz, who supposedly saw him driving, wasn't even on duty when the chase started. He requested GPS logs to prove it. He explained how fingerprints on a car didn't prove guilt. He had simply leaned on the car hours earlier. He questioned the forensic evidence and pointed out the specialist never testified, so he couldn't cross-examine. Finally, he revealed the biggest piece of evidence. The car's owner had seen a white kid drive off, not Yalen. The police had assumed his guilt because he was a black teenager in the same area, but he wasn't near the car. He hadn't run from anything. He had just been unlucky. The courtroom fell silent. Judge Grayson rubbed his temple. Carrington was stunned. Then came the words that shocked everyone. Case dismissed. Half the courtroom erupted. Cameras flashed. Reporters scribbled notes frantically, but Yalen didn't celebrate. He let the moment sink in. Judge Grayson looked at him with something new in his eyes. Recognition, respect, maybe even regret. "You should consider law school," the judge said. Jalen smirked. He didn't need to consider it. He already knew. This wasn't the last courtroom he'd stand in. Next time, he wouldn't be the defendant. He would be the attorney. And when that day came, he'd fight for justice, not just for himself, but for anyone the system tried to punish unfairly. Because sometimes, courage and knowledge are the only things standing between injustice and the truth.